Hey guys, what's up? My name is Art. I'm back for another video. Now, this video is slightly different. I'm going to talk about certain things. And the first things off, let me tell you a quick story about myself. Now, this is true to life. When I first, when I was growing up, I never had a girlfriend. One time I came close to having a girlfriend, then I got put on punishment for about 3 months. So naturally, I lost that girlfriend. But other than that, I went through, grade school with no girlfriend. High school, I went to a church run school, a Baptist church run school. So there was only very few people like myself there. So the choices of having a girlfriend was not a very good choice. Okay. My first girlfriend happened when I was 19 years old. I just did like 2 years of college and I was wanted to take a break because I wasn't doing very well and I just had a lack of focus. So during that time, there was this one woman that was working at my job. First, we talked for a little bit, just friendly talk. And then what happened is sometimes our talks got a little bit more meaningful. I mean, I wasn't really looking for a girlfriend. I mean, if it happened, that would be great. But I wasn't like, I gotta get a girlfriend or else. Gotta get a girlfriend or else. Gotta get a girlfriend. It wasn't like that. It was just like, if I got one, great. Because guess what? Women don't go for people like me. Women don't go for people like me, especially at 19. Then one day, it was on a weird Saturday or something like that. She was off on the weekends. She shows up and says hi to me. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Okay, cool. Hey. Then that Monday, she pulled me aside and says, I like you a lot and I want to date you. I'm like, okay, fine. She was 36 years old. Now, the funny thing is, how did this 19-year-old kid get a 36-year-old woman? I have no clue. I still don't know. Only thing I know is that the only thing she told me, the reason why she was attracted to me, because I acted more mature than most guys my age, her age. They threw silly temper tantrums and stuff like that. I was still a kid. Long story short, 2 years. I went to college for a little bit. Stayed true to her in college. She started screwing around with her old boyfriend again. Of course, I come back and everything's like, I love you so much. I miss you. I'm like, and then she asked me, oh, did you have any sex with any girls out there? I was like, no. She goes, why? Because I'm dating you. Why would I want to? But she's like, oh, because you were young and stuff. I thought you. I'm like, that's not what I want. Since I said I want to be your boyfriend, that means I'm with you. Obviously, she didn't get the memo, or she didn't care. But she started screwing around with her ex-boyfriend. I called him. Motherfucker somehow he's telling people to shoot me if I show up in that neighborhood. He tells them to go ahead and shoot me. I'm like, how you gonna tell someone? How you gonna tell a neighbor? How are you gonna tell somebody to shoot me? Why don't you do it yourself? Problem is that the guy was a sleazeball. Okay. I looked up and it's like, after that I was heartbroken. Because there was times where I could have had sex with some other women. There was times. And I said no because guess what? My want. I wanted to be a good boyfriend. She didn't care. When I came to the realization that she didn't care. And then when I started talking with her, she's like, her friend, she started hanging out with some weird chick. I'm like, why would you start hanging out with this girl for? Oh, because I need friends. I'm like, okay, but why her? I don't know. But anyway, long story short, she has needs. She had a certain set of needs. And so she went after those needs regardless of what was going on. And that's what people are like. They have needs. So let's say for example, you're a guy, you meet this one woman, she's in between a relationship, but you didn't know that. She was just hot. She was a hot 20 something year old and she's flirting with me who I'm almost 30 at the time. So I'm thinking, hey, this is awesome. We did almost everything but sex. I didn't get that far. But the funny thing is, whenever we seem to get too close, it always, oh, you're just a great friend. I'm just a friend. I only was technically using you for to take me out to dinner and shit like that. Okay, now what happened was that's a true story. She wanted money. She wanted me to take her out. She wanted me for money. She wanted this, and she got that. I wanted some. I wanted something. I didn't get it. So what happened was she decided to do that. That's what she wanted. The funny thing is that today I'm watching this movie which I've been wanting to see for years called Nymphomaniac, Volume One. I'm 1 hour into it. And what happened is this, well, of course, if you know what a nymphomaniac is, a person who loves sex, is a sex addict, pretty much. Wants to have sex all the time. This girl wants to have sex all the time, but the problem is she only wants it with certain people. One person, never the same person twice. In the movie, the person she lost her virginity to, she had sex with him once. Now she's a grown up. She meets up with him again, and he gives her a job, and she's not willing to have sex with him. Coincidence. Someone has certain needs they want at a certain times. My ex-girlfriend, she only wanted me for rides back and forth to work, sometimes to take her out to dinner, and money. What I wanted, she really could not provide for me. But instead of just saying, "Art, hit the skids," she kept me around because that's what I gave her. That you know, see, everybody has these needs. Now, here's the thing. Say, for example, that one girl. After she told me she was a friend, she wanted me to friend zone. I'm like, fuck this shit. Here I am. I'm sitting right here. I'm doing all this shit. Fuck all women. That's where the quote unquote red pill comes in. Red pill knowledge is that, I've been studying this. I've been studying this for about 2 years. Basically looking at other channels. One channel I was watching was called Sandman. What's he called? The person is called Sandman, but I forgot what his channel was called. And the other one was Undead Chronic. Now, Undead Chronic does things in a slightly funnier way, while most other things look at it a certain different way. Now, true, here's the thing. A lot of women, what they want a man to pamper them. They want them to cherish them. They want this and this and this. The problem is that they want this person for these reasons, but they don't want to give up anything themselves. So, like, for example, my ex-girlfriend, I was begging her, let's go out to dinner. She goes, yeah, that's great. When the time comes, she's a no show. So when I stopped asking her out to taking her out to dinner, when I stopped doing this, when I stopped doing that, only thing I did was start taking her back. Yeah, I'll take you back and forth to work, and she was like, "What's going on? What's your problem? You seeing another woman?" The first thing is, are you seeing someone else? The problem is I wasn't seeing anybody else. But I remember my friend Maria, I met her and we started hanging out a little bit. Nothing sexual, nothing that. Most likely we go out for coffee, we talk. Sometimes we talking. Funny thing is, my girlfriend didn't have a time of day for me. She did not have the time of day for me. Then when she looked through one of my old phone, and saw this girl texting me at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, she got pissed off and she got mad. I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck you're mad? You're not paying attention to me, but this one woman who I have no romantic involvement with is texting me and talking to me. You want me to disavow her and all this other stuff because you're jealous, but you're not willing to do stuff for me? That's the one thing that a lot of women do. Now, I'd say women because I'm a guy, but a lot of guys do that too. But what happens, red pill knowledge comes around, and my viewpoint on it is that women are just disposable playthings in a way. Here's the thing: your net worth is for X years to X years. They have the thing called a cock carousel where you be fucking around with all these guys trying to find the one you want, and then after you get the one you want and it doesn't work out, is what you after a certain amount of time. That's when you hit the wall. That's when your looks start to fade. Then you start looking for someone like me. And I'm sitting around here, it's like, what? You know, because the funny thing is that that girl a couple years ago started chatting me up again, like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, what do you want? Oh, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm busy. I'm like, I'm busy. I'll talk with you and stuff, but she didn't want to. She wanted me to do all that stuff again, but I'm like, I'm not doing that again. So she goes off. That's what Red Pill talks about. That's what the MGTOW comes in. Men going their own way. Because women, I'm sick and tired of women draining my resources. How many times are you sick and tired of all these women? They only come to you when they want money. But if you wanted some time, let's put it this way. One girl, she just got out of jail. She got out of jail this morning. Okay, she had a court date. When I got out of jail this morning, this bitch texts me up right about 8 o'clock, talking about how I'm doing. She wants to talk to me. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Hell, you owe me an explanation. So you owe me. I mean, tell you the truth, you owe me a hell of a lot. Why do you want to talk to me? Star Wars. Loves Star Wars. Now the thing is, earlier today, this one guy I know who who was helping her out for a while. And the fun thing is, this dude. It's funny. This dude got divorced from his wife, got a settlement, and then what happened to this same girl? He used most of his settlement to help her out. I'm like, dude, help yourself out. And he goes, well, this and this. I'm like, look, I can't afford to keep doing this stuff to her, and she keeps going through the same old shit. And he goes, well, after a while, he was trying to figure a way how to get her out of jail. And I'm like, dude, I'm not helping you get her out of jail. She caused this herself. And then what happened was, he told me about that same girl who just got out of jail today did a false statement on him, in which caused him to get busted for drunk driving. It's not called drunk. They didn't get him for drunk driving, but they got him for under the influence, so it's a minor offense. So he has to do the same thing that I had to do. So technically, he got a DUI without actually having that, because she got pissed off at him. And then one of the consequences of he cannot have any contact with her. And he was, but that's okay. He got off scot-free. He told me earlier today, he goes, yeah, I got off scot-free and everything else. I'm going to do this. And I said, well, good, okay. He said, oh yeah, she got out. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, she got her. She'll be staying somewhere here. I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, you know what? I can't help her out. She got to learn. She got to learn this stuff on her own. I can't help her out. And I understand what. And he goes to me. He was talking on the phone and said, I understand what you were saying earlier. Now, a couple of weeks ago when I asked you, he says, I can't help her out. She drained too much money from me over the years. Drained too much time, energy, and money over the years. And the funny thing is, she comes out, chats me up, and then she wants to hit me for money. I was like, no, I can't do it right now. I can't do it right now. Oh, okay, fine. She goes away. I can't do it. My ex girlfriend, best friend, hit me up recently. And the funny thing is that women drain you. Guess what? She's draining me. She's trying to drain me. She needs money for her phone to keep her phone on. And I'm sitting right here. I was like, well, hold on a second. I said, let's wait. I said, stop. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Time out. You was working at this job, working third and sometimes two shifts at a time, double shifts, and you wasn't making that much money, but you quit. Don't you know that you had a phone bill to pay? Didn't you know you had a phone bill to pay? Didn't would so instead of saving up your money for your phone bill, you say, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me hit art up. My boyfriend's in jail. Instead of me supporting his ass, I'm gonna have art help me out. She rings me up out of the blue. Art, yeah. Oh, this is me. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, is this the same person who was talking to me and then all of a sudden her ex-boyfriend comes back into her life and you cut me off? And she goes, well, I didn't really mean to. He gets kind of jealous. I said, no. Is this the same person who did that? Not once, but 3 times already. Thing is, I'm not trying to date you. She got a nice body. She's a cute little Asian girl. She got a nice body, got a cute face, but her mentality is all fucking whacked out. And I'm like, look, I done enough for you. No. But how am I gonna keep in contact with you? Same way how you been keeping contact with me for the last 6 months. And the funny thing is, my man Tony, he did a video, Diamond Kid 100. He did a video about money is energy. Just like the battery on your phone. If you look at your phone, see that's a fully charged phone right there. As soon as I start using these, since this phone is kind of old now, like a little over 2 years, as soon as I start using these apps, the energy is going to drain. And that's the same thing. That's the thing about MGTOW. That's what they're talking about. That women drain everything from you. That's the way. That's now. The thing is, maybe that's not. I'm oversimplifying things, but this is how I understand it. Now, there's another group of people, what they call incels or involuntary celibates. My understanding of them is that since I can't find the kind of woman I want, I'm gonna hold myself out until I get that one kind of woman. Now, to tell you the truth, I could understand. Now, MGTOW, I can understand that. The red pill, I can understand that. Why? Because I can see it. But the incels, I can see that a little bit too. Because guess what? I'm kind of like that too. I mean, it might not be total, but for example, if a woman don't have the right body, now, to tell you the truth, I'm not that big of a guy. But if a woman is bigger than me, I can't deal with that. Now, the funny thing is, the area where I live in, there's a lot of women in my area, but they're all bigger than me. Since I can't find that woman I want, see, I like women like Halle Berry, Santa Latham. Nicole Murphy, Robin Givens, even Robin Givens, I would date. I would hit that. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of women I like. I don't see that around here. I see more like people like Monique. I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh. But see, the thing is that I don't see a lot of. But I bet you, if I was in California, I bet you the women are a lot slightly looking better looking. So that means I have more opportunities here. I mean, I have opportunities here, but guess what? The opportunities are very slim. That's why I'm kind of holding out to a certain extent. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm interacting with the wrong element, because the right element I can't find. And the ones I do find, they're hooked up with other people. There's this girl in my gym. She is bodaciously gorgeous. Got a great figure, great slim, thick figure. And she works out. She might have a little gut, but she works out. That's kind of like what I want. See, I work out too. I try, I may have a big ass belly, but hell, at least I'm doing something. I don't like the kind of women with the big as hell, guts all hanging out, like, oh my god, like I'm like, holy shit. That's the kind of shit I don't like. I'm like, oh. But the thing is, there's a lot of guys who love that shit. There's this guy at my job. He's a slim motherfucker, but he loves those big ass women. He loves those big ass women. The funny thing is, I saw a picture of his daughter. She's a big ass woman too. I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with big women. I'm just not interested in them. I'm not interested in them. So that's another aspect. But the thing is, you gotta think about it. Everybody wants something. If I found a woman like Halle Berry, don't you think I'll be talking to that girl, lady right there? But I see a lot more women that look like Monique. I'm like, ugh. And people say, well, how come you can't find a nice young lady? Because every nice young lady is big as fuck. I know I'm off topic. Trust me. But it kind of ties in together loosely. But see, here's the thing. It's the wants and needs. Do I need a woman? The answer is no, I don't need a woman. A woman don't need a man. But the problem is that a lot of women need men to help furnish their lifestyle, to furnish what they can do for themselves. Some people want what. Here's the thing, I'll date you until I find that golden goose, and when I find that golden goose, you're to the wayside, and you're all that. I'm all into that. That's what my ex girlfriend did to me. She wouldn't go on a date with me, but hell, as soon as she found that dude, boom, they're going on dates. They're doing all sorts of shit. I'm like, hell, I had to beg this bitch to even hang out with me one time. I shouldn't have to beg. And funny thing is, her sister's like, yeah, you're right, but that's the way how she is. I'm like, shit. You should have just told me, don't be dealing with this bitch. But anyway, I can't really, I shouldn't really say that because she passed away recently, and it is affecting me in a certain way. It is affecting me in a certain way, so I am kind of a little off. But don't worry, I'm fine. I'm not crying or anything. I'm a little off. And this video is going to be a little bit more than I expected. I tried to do this in 15 minutes and it just got away from me. That kind of happens, when you have something that's kind of on your mind. And the funny thing is, to illustrate this point, and the funny thing is that I'm a this latest comic of the Amazing Spider-Man, and it's the fun, and this is what it said. Now here it is. This is him playing poker with all these bad guys, and look what he says. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one cheating. Okay, So imagine that. Imagine this guy. This is it's kind of funny. This imagine he has a relationship with all these people. Of course, they hate him. They want to kill him, but it's still a relationship, and they're cheating. He's not. He's playing it straight. Sorry, I kind of got way trying to put this back in a nice fashion. But anyway, everybody has needs and everybody has wants. And sometimes people will trample over you to get what they need. But not everybody will help you get what you want. I could probably go on a little bit more, but I'm kind of tired. My mouth is dry. And I got one. This movie, Nymphomaniac, is 2 hours. I watched the first hour and it started getting a little bit boring, except for the little sex acts. But but other than that, I just need some time to think about some things and relax for the rest of the night. With that, thank you for watching. If you like the kind of crap I talk about, like it. If you don't like it, give me a thumb. Yeah, you know what I mean. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you like what the kind of stuff I talk about, subscribe. If you want to talk to me, send me a message. Hey, if you know anything about this, why don't you talk about this? Hell, I'll do it. But naturally, I'll find some research on it before I talk about it. Other than that, I'm going to bid you guys a good night and talk to you guys later.